When it comes to getting girls, making money, or being a success in any metric of this life, confidence is absolutely essential. And until I was 20, I had none. But that all changed when I developed this one simple trick that allowed me to develop my confidence at an insanely fast rate and start getting all those things that I actually wanted, but was never able to do before. I started making friends with ease, getting girls faster than ever before, and starting online businesses and actually being successful with them. So in this video, I'm going to be teaching you my one simple trick to become effortlessly confident. See, growing up, I actually had no confidence whatsoever, and everyone was always telling me, Seb, you got to go out there and be more confident, as if that was going to solve my problems and just allow me to snap into it and become confident overnight. No one was actually giving me the blueprint on how to develop confidence the right way, and that's exactly what I'm going to do for you in this video. So, when I was 20, this is when I first figured this out. I actually figured out a real simple method to become confident, and in just a few short months' time, my life skyrocketed, and everything that people were saying about confidence was 1000% true. So here's how to develop it the right way. The blueprint all comes down to 1, the way that you define success, and then 2 is going to be using small wins that equate to that definition of success to build up your confidence. And then as you build on that, you're just going to start an upward spiral. So for example, how did I do this going from absolutely ground zero? And at that time, I'd just gotten broken up with. I was at an all-time low. I've been consuming instant gratification activities. So I was really at a bad point in my life, and I knew I had to make a change. And that's when I just stumbled across this method to become confident by accident, and it all worked out in my benefit. So basically, 1, you got to change the way you define success. And how do you do that? So instead of saying you want to be a millionaire, you want this, you want that, you need to fall in love with the process. You need to fall in love with defining success as the thing that you can achieve on a daily basis. So for example, you can define success as reading 10 pages of a book, or you can define success as meditating 10 minutes, or going to the gym, or eating healthy that day, or doing one cold approach. And that's exactly what I did, was I changed the way I defined success. So instead of wanting the hottest girlfriend with, the sports car in the garage and all these things and the luxury lifestyle, all I wanted and all I needed to do to define my success and be happy was do the actionable steps. And then it just comes down to the small wins that you can take on a daily basis in order to actually achieve those. And now you're stacking wins. Because the key to this is understanding that confidence is just the memory of winning. So all you need to do is start winning in some metric. And this is how, through neurolinguistic programming, you can change the way that you define success. And by counting all these small wins on a consistent basis, you start building up that success. So instead of saying, I need to talk to this girl for her to be my girlfriend, or something that's just you're placing way too much importance on it and you're over complicating it, you just say, I'm going to talk to one girl every single day. I don't care if I fail. I don't care if it's awkward. I don't care if it's a success. I win if I talk to that girl. And that's something that I've used to this day. So even now, when I get rejected, or if a girl tells me right off the bat when I go up to her, she has a boyfriend, I feel happier than if I wouldn't have done that cold approach, because of the way I've defined success. So defining success for me now comes down to the actionable steps I can do on a daily basis. And as a result, my life has 10x'd. Since I was 20 years old starting this, I developed all the habits with self-improvement. So this is what I would recommend no matter what point you're at in your life. You can use self-improvement habits to build your confidence. That's what I did back when I was 20, was I cut out all instant gratification activities, I dopamine detoxed, and I replaced them with delayed gratification activities. So for me, it was a double win where I was cutting out the bad and implementing the good. So it was a win if I didn't do any of the bad habits like porn, watching TV, video games, drugs and alcohol, all these things I cut out. So that was one win as long as I didn't do those. And then as long as I implemented my good habits like reading, meditation, journaling, going to the gym, and eating healthy, also spending some time in nature was something big that I was doing at that time. If I did all those things, that was a successful win for me. And I started building up my confidence, learning that I could trust my word, that when I went out and said I would do something, I would actually get it done. See, most people, they set out this huge goal, but it's so unattainable that they fail before they can even get anywhere close, and they quit before they even made any progress. So when you're doing this, now you're gonna start building so much trust in your word, starting to build so many small wins that you can actually work off of. See, for me to start this YouTube channel, it took 6 months before I made my first sale and actually made money with it. Meaning I was just constantly making videos, seeing very little progress in order to get to where I'm at now, where I've got over 1,000 subscribers, I'm making money from it, and I'm seeing some real traction and building a business out of it. But in those earlier days, it came down to knowing that I can see something through to the end, having that trust in my word that when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it no matter what happens, whether I have a bad week, a bad month, a good day, a good week, whatever happens, I'm just gonna produce a video every single day, and me producing that video is the win in itself. If I produce this video, I know that I'm spreading positivity. It increases my frequency because I'm giving. And there's so many things that you can tie it into, but when you define those as your wins, it becomes a lot easier to stay consistent and do it over the long run. So that's really the big mindset shift. And as you stack these wins, your confidence is just gonna go up and up and up. And then you can start incorporating more challenges. So that's what I started doing was, like I gave the example of cold approaching. Once I started building that baseline confidence of trusting my word, I started doing things that scared me more and more. So for example, I was terrified to talk to girls when I was younger, but that's what I started doing once I had a little bit of trust in my word and developed my confidence a bit, and I had some wins behind me. Now it was, okay, go ahead and talk to a pretty girl when you go to the club. And then I did that and I was like, oh shit, I can actually do this. And I did more and more and more. And before you knew it, I had everything I wanted in life because I was talking to the prettiest girls anytime I saw them, even if I felt scared. I was going after the businesses, taking actionable steps on a daily basis, no matter the outcome. And before you knew it, everything started compounding and allowing me to live the life of my dreams. So it's really as simple, just to reiterate the blueprint, as changing the way you define wins, using small daily steps, things that you can do to validate that win, or validate that way you define success with the small wins that you do, and then just building off of it. It's that simple. It's so simple that most people won't even do it, and they won't even realize what they need to do when it's so easy. You can just use the basics of self-improvement as your ground for developing those wins, and then tie it into bigger things and bigger things as you develop your confidence more and more. So that's all for this video. If this provided you with any value, go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel where I'm gonna be teaching you how to life max, get better in every single aspect of your life, whether that's with girls, with money, with confidence, with discipline. So that's what this is all about. And if you want my help with anything we cover on this channel, then book a free 30-minute coaching call down below. On there, we're gonna discuss your current life situation in depth in every single aspect, and we're gonna figure out your dream life and then give you actionable steps in order to achieve that. If that sounds of interest, go ahead and book that down below, and I'll see you on there. Have a great day, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.